Let's just sit down and talk about reviewers. No gossip.
Time I spray on my cologne, spray on my cologne, spray on my cologne, spray on my cologne. She be like, what you got on?
Hey, YouTube Fragrance family. Does anybody remember 2009 when I used to review on a couch? Well, this is kind of the same kind of thing. No review. This is just the couch that is directly in front of me when I do fragrance reviews. You know, my two curio cabinets are over here. I have a couch over here and kind of like a sound barrier. So just to kind of let you guys know what's behind me here. This is my fragrance room. This is the other side of it. Anyway, reason for this video is I'd like to kind of start sitting down on a couch and just talk to you guys. This is something that I always wanted to do. There's no filter here, so I might drop an F-bomb or something. Just keep that in mind when I'm sitting on this couch. This is just topics from a reviewer that's been on YouTube. I'll discuss different topics. Today I wanted to talk about basically our YouTube fragrance community, YouTube reviewers, noses, the background story, you know, the misconception of fragrance reviewers thinking that they know everything. That is tagged to me for quite a few reasons. Some people have said, you know, I can't stand this guy, he's full of himself, things like that. You know, self-proclaimed fragrance gurus. So and I kind of want to I've thrown that that thought out the window. I really don't think I have, you know, I don't think my word is gospel. However, I do enjoy being on this YouTube channel, and I love the feedback that I get from people, but there's no way that I'm saying Black Afghano is God. It is, but you know, you don't have to take my word for it. You can take it as little or as much as you want. So let's talk fragrance reviewers on YouTube. What do I think of them? What do I think of channels? Let's start with the basics. And I have a few notes here just to let you guys know. I kind of wrote this down a little bit, so I may go on these notes just to kind of refresh myself. Again, this is off the cuff, not prepared. I just wanted to free flow, one shot. So YouTube fragrance reviewers, at the moment, the collection of reviewers that we have on YouTube, on this format, are people just like you and me. Now, some people think I have a background in fragrances. No, I do not. That is not my job. I know people kind of try to figure out what my job is when I used to go overseas and back, but that is not my job. And from what I know, again, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but nobody has a huge background in regards to fragrances. Nobody here is let's say, a perfumier for IFF, or, you know, so not that I know of. Like, we are in different categories in our journeys, and that's one thing, right? A brand new fragrance reviewer on YouTube does not mean that they have zero knowledge. That is a misconception on a fragrance reviewer. You don't know, you know, even the collection themselves, right? I'm in the middle of two curio cabinets with hundreds of fragrances beside me. That does not mean my knowledge is any superior than somebody that does fragrance reviews on decants and only owns 5 bottles. It's a visual thing, right? Just because somebody has the largest fragrance collection on YouTube does not make them the man on YouTube. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out. And that's just basics, right? People shouldn't be thinking that way anyway. So in regards to that, no reviewers, from what I see or know, have a strong background in fragrances. We have different backgrounds, but none of us are perfumiers per se. I see this in threads on Base Notes Fragrantica. If you are a Base Note user, Fragrantica user, no disrespect to you, but I see this on forums all the time that they say, why watch YouTube? It's only one person's opinion. I can read up to 20, 30 reviews on this site before so-and-so has done their review, including me, right? I do 30-minute review or 40-minute review on Jubilation 25. You could probably read the whole Base Notes website on Jubilation 25, and probably go to Fragrantica and go check them out too before I'm done talking about the fragrance. So that statement is partially correct. My opinion on a scent does not hold more weight than someone on Fragrantica. That's one thing that is, people on Fragrantica and Base Notes say, well, we'll use me as the example. Mark's opinion doesn't value more than somebody on Fragrantica that has, like, let's say 20 reviews on Fragrantica. You're correct. My opinion is just that. It's an opinion. It's not an expert's opinion. I never touted myself as an expert. Yeah, fragrance guru, people say, oh, he thinks he's an expert. No, that's not where the name comes from, and I've already explained that. But so that statement is partially correct. Yes, you could go on Fragrantica and Base Notes and go check out all those reviews before you finish my Jubilation 25 fragrance review. 100% correct with that. However, it's a different medium, right? It's a different way of invoking what I think about the fragrance. I can, I started on Fragrantica writing my reviews, and, it takes me 5 minutes to write it up. Done. I'm good to go. It takes me that much longer to do this. I love this medium as far as shooting videos and going in front of a camera. It's just the way I am. So they are partially correct in regards to that. Why would somebody watch that when I can go do that? Read all these reviews. The thing is again, this goes to written reviews too, is the background of the person writing it, right? Are they writing a review based on going to Sephora and sniffing it on a piece of paper? Are they basing it on going to Sephora and spraying it on their hand? Are they basing their fragrance review on a sample only, wearing it once or twice? Are they wearing it? Is it their signature scent? That's probably the best review you can get, is somebody that has a signature scent. They might be biased on the fragrance, unfortunately, because they've worn it so much. But I think that is the best way to review a fragrance. That's why I spend so much time, and people have no patience with me as a fragrance reviewer, right? I've promised a Black Afgano fragrance review years ago. When I first discovered it, it was huge. It was hot on YouTube. That's when you're supposed to review it. I'm not saying that there's no quality fragrance reviews right away. I don't go when it's hot. That's the way it is. I take my time. If it's hot at the time, it is what it is. But like Black Afgano, once it's ready, it's ready. It's not ready. So my opinion on scent does not hold more weight than someone on Fragrantica. It all depends on the background of the person. I have my personal testing. I have my personal testing when I shoot a video, a fragrance review most notably. Others have different kind of testing, same kind of testing. Some reviewers are more in-depth, some are less in-depth with their fragrance reviews. Some are off samples, some you don't even know what their review is based upon. That person may even be reviewing a scent. Sometimes reviews don't even make sense. Am I smelling the same fragrance as they are? Some people may be reviewing a scent that's off a fake sample. Could be. Or a fake fragrance. So do you know the background of that reviewer, right? On Fragrantica, there's a few people that you would follow that you kind of know. And it's the same thing with YouTubers. You kind of check that background of the person. So you know what that person, when they're reviewing a scent, you know what kind of testing they have done. Some Fragrantica users do say this is off a sample. Most likely bloggers do this. Bloggers say this is off a sample, a personal bottle of mine, things like that. However, on YouTube, you're getting more of that feel. You get that video, the person's doing it off a sample. It's not to discredit anybody that does it on a sample, but at least a sample. When my subscribers watch a Robes 08 fragrance review, they know I did my due diligence in regards to that, especially since you've been with me over the past several years. You guys know I've already, I've explained it a few times, the way I review things. And I don't even have to go to that extent, but I do. That's the way I am. So with YouTubers, I can tell what their process is because I get to know the person. I'm not saying Fragrantica and Base Notes you can't do that. Yes, you can. Definitely, 100%. However, I'm not on that site long enough, or I don't spend enough time. I don't have favorite reviewers on Base Notes at Fragrantica, and that could be with you, and that's the people that you trust. You know their process. Same thing with YouTubers. I'm ingrained in YouTube. I know everybody's real flow of things. I know, who does it on samples, bottles, how long they take for their reviews, things like that. People usually say it on YouTube, so it is part of the process. With me, I do an initial impression video, right? You know that I never smelt this fragrance, or it's been, I've never smelt it. So you can see that I'm very new to the fragrance. So you're going to take that review with less impact than a fragrance review from me. I have sampling samples. You know fully well that when I'm doing sampling samples, I'm wearing it once or twice and that's it. And I show you the sample, where I got it from, things like that. And then in my full-fledged reviews, you guys know it's from my personal collection. I'm not going to review a fragrance that I don't have a bottle beside me. You've never seen a Robeson 8 fragrance review, like a deep down fragrance review, that I don't have the bottle. I don't have a personal experience with it. I need that time with the fragrance. I look at scents in different ways, and that's the thing with reviewers. Different reviewers do different ways to grade it. Compliments is not a very high grading scale for me. The compliment factor is not. Longevity, for some users, is a must. You have to have a fragrance that has 8+ hours. It has to be beast mode. For me, it depends on the scent. Depends on the quality of the fragrance. Depends on the occasion I'll wear it for. If it's a work scent, then, if it's something that I feel is going to be built for work, then I don't want to have a scent that only lasts a couple hours. However, projection has to be a little less for work than it would be for evening time, depending. So there's different criteria for me. Projection. Quality of a fragrance is a huge plus for me. Blend is a huge factor for me. Does it blend well? It goes from one end to another very well. The quality of the notes. That is a huge factor for me. If I've smelt a bergamot based fragrance that is crappy versus one that's very much authentic, that I can close my eyes and think of it, that is great. Quality is huge. The nose behind it is a selling point for me. It might not be for you, and that's when the reviewer that you like to watch is somebody that, some people don't go that deep, right? People don't even care what the perfumier is, the nose behind it. People don't check that. I check it. So example, a new set comes out from Maurice Roussel. Okay? Now I know when I see Maurice Roussel attached to a fragrance, I know it's quality already. I'm excited about the fragrance. Okay? So now I look at it, I know which notes Maurice is great with. Lavender is one of the notes that is attached to Maurice Roussel that he knows what to do with it. And that goes again to price point. He's done some real cheap fragrances with lavender that are great, right up to the expensive lavender-based New Harlem. That is also great. So I can see that, Maurice is great with that note. Does it have lavender in it? So I know, I look at the background. Is it billed as a unisex, a feminine or men's fragrance? It's not a huge deal. But at times now I can take a look at the note breakdown. I can see, there's lots of feminine notes here, a lot of florals that I might not like. I know my own taste already, and I'm trying to find which notes from reviews are the most prominent. That's where Fragrantica Base Notes comes into place. Bloggers, vloggers, things like that. And that's why I look at fragrance reviews, things like that. Another criteria, the brand. First of all, is it niche at a high price point, or is it mainstream? And that goes to the nose behind it. So is Roussel really good at designer fragrances? Is he really good with niche fragrances? Some perfumiers are limited. They're really good with designers and they flop on niche. You can't buy a $300 fragrance from this perfumier just because you're getting the same thing at their $20 price point. You really just you have to justify that. So another factor, let's take Francis K as an example. As an example, let's take Francis K for the example. He has made quite a bit of iconic designer fragrances in the game. Le Male, namely, being one of my favorites. However, he takes it at another level with his Francis K, like his Maison Francis K fragrances. In terms of quality, Le Male, great scent. You know, it has its down points, obviously. But you go in terms of quality versus Le Male versus Maison Francis K fragrance, it's like night and day. Both excellent scents, both good for different kind of reasons. Le Male, very loud, very sweet. He did a great job. That's why it's an iconic fragrance. Don't get me wrong, but Maison Francis K, it's more about the quality of the fragrances. They're not as loud. They're actually really well balanced. Some of them are obviously loud, but really you can tell the quality of the notes in the fragrances. So some noses just don't bring up their, they have just to not bring up their A game, but so like Roussel, he has some great designer and some great niche. Another factor for me when looking at brand new fragrances, let's take Roussel as the example again. Has he worked with this brand before? What is their track record with Maurice Roussel? That is another thing that I look up to. What is their track record with this kind of scent, right? So I can take, let's say lavender. Lavender is his bread and butter, obviously. However, let's put a brand like Amouage up to it. Amouage is not a strong summer scent brand. So let's say Amouage is making a summer scent fragrance with lavender in it with Maurice Roussel. So that all goes into an equation. Roussel's lavender is bigger and better with niche brands than his designer ones. I think at times he does bring up his A game for niche. New Harlem versus, let's say, Michael Jordan Legend, something like that. There is differences, very subtle, but huge. For me, as a fragrance head, I rather have New Harlem. So is that a plus? Yes. Do I think it's worth it? Well, Amouage pricing is a downfall. Very expensive. So now a lavender from Roussel, well, it's not very unique. He's done quite a bit of lavenders, but they're all very good. So this would be something that, it's not going to be blind buy worthy. It's going to be something that I'm going to sample, and that goes into that equation. Is Amouage known for great summer fragrances? No, not really. They're good for the powerhouses out there, so I got to take a look at it. So that is the thing. Quality. Well, quality is something because Amouage is always quality for me. Very nicely done. Roussel is also known for some good quality fragrances. However, is the fragrance reviewer that you're looking with is looking at this kind of stuff? Is it something that is important to you? Do you care who the perfumier is, what the background of the brand is, all this stuff? You can get real surgical with this kind of stuff. And depending on your reviewer, it could be you're interested in that kind of review or not. So another point, I don't like bringing him into this, another fragrance reviewer, Jeremy Fragrance, because every time you put your name into something, some people are going to say, oh, you're piggybacking on Jeremy Fragrance's name. Okay, I'm not, but I just wanted to kind of talk about this, that people are saying, I've seen on Facebook and things like that on our Facebook groups that some people are saying that they don't like Jeremy Fragrance because of what he recently said, and I don't know which video he said this, but he said he'd wear something that smells of shit to him if other people like it. Okay, but that's the kind of reviewer Jeremy is. That's the kind of person Jeremy is. This is what he likes, and it's all about the compliment factor. That's probably the polar opposite of me. I'm actually on the other side of the coin, to be honest. I'd wear something that people would say I smell like shit, and I would wear it. This is some people, right? Some fragrances are so polarizing that they're going to grab people's attention. Things that are very off the beaten path, very unique. These are things that really do intrigue me. And as a fragrance head, that's something that goes with the journey. I didn't just all of a sudden start liking Black Afghano, Muscat Ravageur, and L'Arts des Arts Marocains. These are fragrances that are very daring, polarizing. Not everybody's going to like them. If you wear them in the wrong situation, good luck with that. Compliment factor, it's either people are going to absolutely love these fragrances like I do. Like I smelt, case in point, I smelt Black Afghano with, who was wearing it in New York? Shit. Somebody was wearing it in New York. I smelt it. I was like, fucking right, man. That's Black Afghano. Good call. I love that shit. You know, that's me giving a compliment. But not everybody's going to say that about Black Afghano. So for me, I'd rather wear something that people say I smell like shit. Like if I'm wearing Black Afghano, I'm enjoying it. This is a 10 out of 10 fragrance for me. I love that stuff. No one's going to tell me, no one is going to tell me I smell like shit and I'm going to say Black Afghano. I'm not going to buy that anymore. I don't like it. I can't wear it. It's for me. What I do is I'm careful with Black Afghano. I'm not going to wear 10 sprays of Black Afghano, go in the office and see what happens, obviously. I'm not an idiot. So I'm on the other side of the coin. I'm completely opposite. However, Jeremy Fragrance is allowed to say whatever he wants. That's his channel. People, you know, if they feel the same way, good. It's not a wrong way to think. It's just not the way I think, right? I don't wear Sauvage from Christian Dior. Very popular. Ladies love it. You know, but that's, I'm not going to say it's the downfall of it, but for me, it's just not, it's not something that, you know, I know when to wear it. You know, if I'm going to go in a, you know, heavy populated area, it's hot and I just want to throw something on, Sauvage is perfect. It's going to get compliments and it is what it is. But for my personal enjoyment in this hobby, as a person, personally for me as a fragrance reviewer, Black Afghano trumps Sauvage 10 out of 10 every day. So, you know, fragrances, Black Afghano, Muscat Avajal, Lounge des Américains are perfect examples of high-end niche fragrances that I believe are 10 out of 10 fragrances that you will disagree with me, or you may disagree, or you may agree with me, but I will wear those. I don't care if somebody in the office tells me, Mark, man, you smell like you shitted yourself. Okay. All right, maybe I shouldn't wear 10 sprays of Muscat Avajal in the office in the middle of the heat. Pointed. I'm not going to stop wearing Muscat Avajal, and I'm not going to stop saying that it's an amazing fragrance. It's just not a mainstream fragrance. You know, some people are looking for just a signature scent, one scent to wear for the rest of their life. All the time. One that smells nice to them, gets them compliments. Some people are on this journey just for that. They're not even on a journey. They're going to get one fragrance and go with it. Other are very meticulous with their fragrances. They want a collection of scents to wear for different seasons, occasions, things like that. That's me. I wear what I want when I want. You know, I'm good. You know, with all these years, I'm so good at just doing that kind of math in my head. Like Black Afghano, wear it at night, cold. Projection, beast. Longevity, beast. So I know when am I going to wear it. I'm not going to wear it in the summer. I'm not going to wear it at work. You know, I'm going to wear it at home. If I go outside, if it's cold. If I'm hanging out with friends, family, yeah. I'm not going to wear it in the office. Memoir Man, same thing. Not as potent. Not as beastly as Black Afghano. A lot more people are going to like this than this. Again, a lot of people don't like incense. So not a good thing. Probably not a good office scent. I can wear 1 or 2 sprays in the office. An hour before I go into the office, I'm good with Memoir Man. Black Afghano is a no-go for office. Same thing. Longevity, projection, good. Memoir Man, great winter fragrance. Don't wear it in the summer. You're going to kill people. Fahrenheit Parfum. Again, something much easier. Designer scent, obviously. Has a little bit of DNA of the original Fahrenheit. Pretty easy to wear. Wear it in the cool weather. It's going to last a good 8 hours. Projection. It's not so bad. First couple hours is going to be really good. So you don't, you're going to get compliments with this one. Mona Diorio's Cuir. Shit, man. Don't wear that in the office. Animalic touch to it. Not in the office. You have to wear in the cool weather. Again, beast mode like Black Afghano. Very unique, very daring. One of the best leathers in the game. Let's move on. I'm on Journeyman. Okay, I got a bunch of daring stuff. Pure Malt. I can wear that in the office. 2 sprays. Good to go. New York, this one, Gourmand. I can wear this to work at night. Doesn't matter. Longevity, not so great. Projection. Fève Délicieuse. I'm going to get compliments. This one too. This one too. This is probably the most compliment. Yeah, this one would be the one I'll get more compliments out of all of them. Fève Délicieuse. So again, it's ingrained, man. Like I can go through my whole collection. Boom, 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 boom. So I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, that's how, I guess, meticulous I am for seasons, occasions, things like that. I could go through the occasions with you. But anyway, I wear what I want when I want. In the back of my mind, getting compliments. In the back of my mind, getting compliments is hardly anything that I strive for. If it was, then priorities would be wearing Sauvage and Aventus 24/7 and call it a day. It's very easy as a fragrance head now. I could pinpoint 10 fragrances in my whole collection. I wear it all the time. That could be your collection if that's what you're looking for. I want a little bit of flavor, a little bit of oomph to my life, and that's why I got fragrances like this. Something that's going to challenge my nose, something that has depth to it, something that's going to change from, you know, either my skin being dry or the season out there or within time. It is going to change on me. So I love scents that have depth to them, you know, something interesting. That makes me happy, even though versatility is going to take a hit, right? Black Afgano, versatility, shit. Just because you can't wear it all the time and wearing multiple sprays of it. Sauvage, I could spray 12 times, walk out, no worries, good to go. This is the same thing. I apply this the same thing as clothing, right? We're not, you know, clothing's the same thing. You may have that one jacket that you spent, you know, tons of money on. It's a little flashier than the others. You love it. You feel amazing when wearing that jacket. However, this jacket is flashier. It's not as versatile as the other jacket that you have that's just plain black, right? You can wear it with everything. This is, you got to wear the certain pair of pants with this jacket with the certain tie, so it works all together. But when you wear that outfit, you feel amazing. That's what I feel when I wear Black Afgano. That's not how I feel when I wear Sauvage. I feel like that's like my white t-shirt of my fragrances. Bleu de Chanel, white t-shirt, so plain, but it's so easy to wear, right? But for me, I don't feel the edge to it. I don't feel like $1,000,000. I don't feel like I'm being the best mark I can be as far as fragrances go. You know, I can use that example in clothing. Same example with watches, right? You'll have a watch that, you know, watch collectors, they'll have that fancy, beautiful watch that they love that they only wear certain times. You know, it won't go with every outfit. It might have a different color or a different vibe to it. But, you know, you got that stereotypical silver watch, you know, that you would wear with any outfit, right? There's that one. It's a little more boring to collectors. So that is how I'm looking at it. So going back to Jeremy Fragrance and his style, it's his style. That's the way it is. You know, there's different reviewers for different people. People looking for different things. Some people are going to be in this journey for a month. Some are going to be in it for years. Some people are only going to be designer heads. People are looking only for compliment factors. Some people are looking for collection wise. You know, there's people that are subscribers to me. My real true subscribers are the ones that are waiting for this Black Afgano fragrance review to come out. You guys are my true fragrance heads. You know, the person that's waiting for me to review Fahrenheit Parfum, and not poo-pooing on you, but you're probably the ones that are more my style, Black Afgano. You're waiting for me to review Memoir Man, Cuir. Those are going to be interesting reviews. Those are the ones that I would watch. So reviewers are tailored for different people. So, case in point, Jeremy, he's doing what he can for the people that are in this journey tailored for him. And that's his journey, and he's allowed to do that journey. He's good to do that journey. We all have different journeys, and that's okay. And that's why I just don't like seeing subscribers going from one channel to another, staying subscribed to a reviewer just to thumb down their hard work. These are people just like me and you, man. Like, let it go. You don't have to thumb down Fragrance Bros' channel just because he said something about Jeremy or Jeremy called Daver a loser. You don't have to go thumb him down. Let them at peace. Let those reviewers do what they need to do. You know, water's under the bridge. You don't have to defend your fragrance reviewer, your favorite fragrance reviewer. You don't have to defend me. If I have a problem with the fragrance reviewer, I'm going to bring it up to him or her. That's it. That's all. So anyway, good talk. See you guys later.